Hello kids. So let's start our first chapter of civics for grade 9th. Our constitution. So now we all know very well there are two important days for us. One, when we got independence. Yes, 15th August 1947. And second, 26th January 1950. On that date, our constitution was enforced. This two date holds very important place in our country. So today we are going to talk about constitution. On 26 January 1950, our constitution was enforced. So what is this constitution? Let us talk about constitution today. So constitution is a comprehensive document. It's a detailed, very comprehensive, very detailed document containing the set of rules. It contains all set of rules, whichever rules and regulation that every citizen of our country is supposed to follow. Those all set of rules are part of our constitution, and these rules describe rights and duties of the citizen. Okay, it's very important to learn this definition properly. Constitution is a comprehensive document which contains set of rules. Now these rules are regarding what? These rules are describing the rights of the citizens, the duties of the citizens, means your, mine, what are our rights, what are our duties. All that is part of our constitution. So repeat again, what is constitution? Comprehensive document containing set of rules describing rights and duties of the citizen. Rights and duties of the citizen. So this definition of our constitution, you all need to know very well word to word. See, constitution is very important for our country, because without rules and regulation, your country will become like a forest where there are no rules and regulation. We live in a city, we live in a society, we live in a country where we all are supposed to follow certain rules and regulation. Constitution is very, very important for us. Why it is very important for us? Because, let me tell you one thing, there are three organs of the government. You all have done in your 8th standard, three organs of the government. Which are those three organs of the government? Sorry. The first organ is legislature. The second organ is executive. And the third organ is judiciary. Yes, you are able to recollect, correct? That in your 8th grade you had done these three organs. Now in our government there are three organs: legislature, executive and judiciary. All these three organs have certain power, hold certain position in our country. So when you will read the constitution, which clearly defines what are the powers of each and every organ, what is the position of each and every organ. So to understand the power and position of executive, of legislature and judiciary, we need to have constitution. Second, in our country there is government and there are the people who are governed. So what are the powers and position of government? What are the powers and position of people? Constitution explain that and moderate relation between government and governed. Constitution moderate relation between government and governed. Constitution is also important because it protects the interest of the citizen. It protects our interest. Because it restrain. Restrain means doesn't allow government from taking arbitrary decision. See, the politicians, the ministers in government are holding lot of power. There are high chances they can take arbitrary decisions, means they can take those decisions which can be in their favor. They can take the decisions which can be which by misusing their power, because they are the people who are holding power. But Constitution has clearly mentioned what are the decisions they can take. So Constitution restrain the government from taking arbitrary decision. Thus, it protects the interest of the citizen by restraining the government from taking arbitrary decision. So, why is Constitution important? 3 reasons. First, Constitution is important because it regulates power and position. Power and position of legislature, executive and judiciary. Constitution is important because it moderates relation between government and governed. Constitution is important because it protects the interest of the citizen. It protects interest of the citizen by restraining the government from taking arbitrary decision. By restraining government from taking arbitrary decision. These are the 3 reasons that Constitution is important. Now let us understand. First we did what is Constitution. Yes kids, quickly recollect it. Comprehensive document containing set of rules. Containing set of rules which describes rights and duties of the citizen. Why is Constitution important? It regulates the 3 organs of the government. It moderates relation between the government and the governed. And it protects interest of the citizen by restraining the government from taking arbitrary decision. Now let us understand the 2 important dates which are connected with our Constitution. So our Constitution, we started making Constitution. Okay, before I forget, always also remember who framed our Constitution. Not 1, not 2, not 3 or not 4 people. There were many group of people. There were many people together. And that group of people together was called as Constituent Assembly. So who framed our Constitution? Constituent Assembly. It is Constituent Assembly who had framed our Constitution. Our Constituent Assembly. Okay, Constituent Assembly had 299 members. These are the people who were from different caste, community, religion, different spheres of life. So you don't have to remember the number of people, just for your knowledge kids. But yes, you need to know very well who framed our Constitution. Constituent Assembly. Now, by the time 26th November 1949, our Constitution was ready and it was adopted. Means it was given the approval that yes, this Constitution is ready. So you need to know very well the date of adoption of our Constitution. Please mark it as very, very important. And the date is 26th November 1949. What is the date of adoption of our Constitution? 26th November 1949. But it was ready, it was adopted, it was signed by the members of Constituent Assembly on 26th November 1949. But we waited for 2 months to bring it to enforce it. We enforced our Constitution on 26th January 1950. We waited for 2 months after it was adopted. Why did we wait for 2 months? Why did we particularly choose 26th January 1950 only? It's a very important question which usually comes in long or short anywhere. Very important question. Why 26th January only? Why not 1st Jan or why not 10th Jan? Why not any other date? What is the significance of choosing 26th January 1950? So the significance is, let me go back to the year 1929. It is a time when we had not got independence. In the year 1929, in the month of December. So let me tell you one thing, kids. Every year, in the month of December, our Congress political party, Indian National Congress, it was the main political party at that time. Indian National Congress every year used to have their annual session in the month of December. Okay, so in the year 1929, in the month of December, Congress was conducting their session. And where was that session conducted? Lahore. So in the year 1929, in the month of December, Congress had conducted their session in Lahore. And at that time, Congress first time had demanded and passed a resolution of Purna Swaraj or complete independence as an objective of Congress. First time Congress had passed a resolution demanding Purna Swaraj or complete independence. Okay. That day Congress decided that 26 January 1950, 26 January 1930, so this decision was taken in the year 1929. Congress declared that 26 January 1930, India shall celebrate its Independence Day. The first Independence Day of India was celebrated on 26 January 1930. It was decided that every year we will celebrate 26 January as our Independence Day. Till we did not get our independence. So we got our independence on 15th August 1947. But till that time, every year, 26 January, we kept on celebrating as our Independence Day. But we got our independence on 15th August 1947. So in the remembrance of that date, we decided to enforce our constitution on 26th January. Let me again just quickly tell you about this. A very important question. In the year 1929, in the month of December, Indian National Congress had passed a resolution of complete independence or Purna Swaraj, which will be objective of Congress. That is what the resolution they had passed, that from now onwards, the resolution of the Congress will be Purna Swaraj or complete independence. But of course, also Congress decided that 26 January 1930 will be the first Independence Day celebrated in India. They also decided that every year we will celebrate 26 January as our Independence Day. And we kept on celebrating that day as our Independence Day till we actually did not get our independence, which was on 15th August 1947. So in the remembrance of that date, we decided to enforce our constitution on 26 January 1950. So when they ask this question, you need to mention the historical importance of this date, which goes back to the month of December 1929 year, in the year of 1929, when in the Lahore session of Congress had passed a resolution of Purna Swaraj or complete independence as an objective of the Congress. They also decided 26 January 1930 will be celebrated as the first Independence Day of India. Also 26 January will be celebrated as an Independence Day every year, which we kept on doing. till we actually did not get our independence. And we got our independence on 15th August 1947. So in the remembrance of that day, which we had been celebrating every year as our Independence Day, we decided to enforce our constitution on this particular date. Again, I am repeating, mark this as a very important question along with these two dates. Very important question, kids. Also, you need to know the person who is called as architect of Indian Constitution. Yes, he was a chairman of drafting committee. He's called as an architect of Indian Constitution. He was a chairman of drafting committee. Yes, B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This person is remembered as architect of Indian Constitution. He was also chairman of drafting committee. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar. So these are the important points which we need to cover from this particular chapter. A quick recap. Remember definition of constitution, then importance of constitution, the two important dates, significance associated with 26th January to be chosen, Constituent Assembly prepared our constitution, and chairman of drafting committee or architect of Indian Constitution, Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar or Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Also, let me tell you one thing. When India got independence and our constitution was enforced, after our constitution was enforced, Rajendra Prasad, he became the first president of India, and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became first Prime Minister of India. So that is all you need to know about this chapter. Thank you so much.